With Evolution and Visual Cut, you have the ability to receive raw data and then sort and filter it without the need for multiple custom reports. This gives you the flexibility to design your own report layout in order to view the data in a format that is meaningful to you. This video will demonstrate how to do this. Once ABS Support has your HTML file generated, you may access it. In this video, we will be using sales data. When you pull up the HTML file, it appears in your default web browser. To begin the design process, click on the design icon in the upper right corner, and the field list box will appear. Let's start by selecting the fields we want for rows. I'm going to click on the department field, and you'll see it automatically drops into the rows area. Then I will select amount. Since that is a value field, it automatically drops into the values area as a sum. Now sum is the default value type, but you can select from the drop-down list and change it to something else. For now, I'm going to leave it as sum. Next, I want to select a column field. I'm going to choose Account from the All Fields list. And it automatically drops into the rows area. Now I will move that from the rows area to the columns area by clicking on the 6 dots to the left of Account and then dragging the field into the columns area. When I select Close, the layout I selected will pull into the web page. You can sort fields ascending or descending by clicking on the field heading. Here I'm clicking on the Adams Account heading, and it sorts the values descending. If I click again, it sorts them ascending. I can also filter a field. Here I'm selecting the filter icon next to the account field name. Then I will uncheck all and select only the accounts I want to see. I then click OK, and now I will get the filtered view of just the selected accounts. To add subgroup fields, we're going to select the design icon again. Now I'm going to select Product, and you'll see it drops under Department in the rows area. Now we have products under each department. If you click on a department to expand it, you'll see the additional product sales detail under that department. And then you can collapse it again. If you click on a particular cell, you get a drill down view of the data associated with that cell. From this, you have the ability to add additional columns by selecting the column icon and then selecting the fields from the list. I'm not going to select any additional columns right now. Now let's look at some ways you can format the report. To change number formatting, click the Edit icon. Then select Number Formatting from the list. Select the numeric field you wish to change. You have the options to change format type, grouping, and decimal places. In this example, for the amount field, I just want to change the decimal places to 0. When I select Apply, the amount field now displays without any decimal places. You can also do conditional formatting. Again, click the Edit icon, but this time I'm choosing conditional formatting. Then I select Add Condition. I want all amount values over $2,000 to be highlighted in orange. First, I select the value as amount, then change the evaluation to be greater than, and enter 2000 in the amount field. I'm going to leave the font type as is, but will change my font color from black to white. Then I'll change my highlight to orange. Then select Apply. Now all cells meeting the criteria will be highlighted in orange. You can add additional value fields by once again selecting the design icon. From the field list, I will select Units. When I close the field list, now you will see the additional unit value column is added. You can switch from a table format to a chart format by clicking on the chart icon and selecting from the drop-down list. In this example, I'll select column and it changes the report to a bar chart based on the amount field. If you hover your mouse over a bar, you will get the detail of what that column represents. If you have other value fields in your report, you can select a different field to base the chart on by selecting it from the drop-down list. For example, I pulled in units as an additional value field, so now I can switch the chart to be based on units instead of amount. Now the chart is based on units. You can double-click on a bar to drill down and see the detail. Then to switch back to a table format, you can just select the table icon again. You can also add and remove subtotals. The shipping department is expanded, and currently we see a subtotal of $301 for the shipping department. If I click on the subtotal icon and select Do Not Show Subtotals from the drop-down list, then the 301 subtotal disappears from the expanded shipping department view. You can also add and remove grand totals by clicking on the grand totals icon and selecting from the drop-down list. For example, if I select Do Not Show Grand Totals, the grand totals will be removed from the table. You can change the color scheme of the table by clicking on the matte dark icon. If I select material from the drop-down list, it changes the color scheme to a white background. Now if I select contrast, it changes it back to a black background with a more vivid contrast. You can export the formatted table to a PDF, Excel, or CSV file by clicking on the export icon and selecting from the drop-down list. Here I'm selecting Excel from the list. The file is created and is available by clicking on it in the lower left corner of the screen. Then it opens in Excel. As you work with the pivot table, your changes are saved. So if you close and then reopen the file, it will remain in the state you left it in previously. This video is just a small sample of what is possible using Evolution and Visual Cut's web pivot table. For more information, please contact ABS support.